Robert Stensland. I'd like you to meet your new associate, Mike Ross.
We're not paying him what we pay you.
Nor should you, but I assure you he's highly effective.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
I had him read your corporate lease last week. Ask him anything.
That's a 300-page document. Okay, what are the terms?
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Named Lessee was the parent company, Glendon Enterprises.
35,000 square feet at 19 West 57th, $80 a foot, expires in 6 months with an option to extend, exercisable in 30 days.
Who signed the lease?
You did.
What's my middle name?
The letter L.
What happens in the event the company no longer exists?
That wasn't in the lease.
How can you be sure?
Because the lease I read wasn't 300 pages, it was 364. And I could tell you what's on any one of those pages, but I can't tell you that. That's how I can be sure.
Excellent. You can get him started on the new deal right away.
New deal?
Yeah. I have found a buyer willing to spend $200 million for the ground underneath the flagship factory.
Where are you moving manufacturing?
Well, that's the beauty of it. The real asset of McKernan Motors is the name. We move overseas, we save ourselves a bundle.
Upfront payout while retaining the name and maintaining cash flow over time. That's genius.
Exactly.
We'll take care of everything.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, thanks.
Really?
Jesus, I knew he was cheap. I didn't realize he was an idiot.
What are you talking about?
The asset's not the name, it's the quality. He moves overseas, he's gonna kill the goose that laid the goddamn golden engine.
Wait a minute, I thought you didn't get emotionally attached to the client.
I'm emotionally attached to me. Look, I made a bet that this company would grow and my billables would grow with it. We're holding a pair of aces and this asshole's trying to fold.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna do anything. You're gonna go through those bylaws and you're gonna find me a way to get rid of Robert Stensland.
No. I have to go see my grandmother.
Is she dying?
No.
Cancel on her. Robert?
Harvey. You know, I have to admit, I almost didn't see it coming.
Excuse me?
It's the delay in the due diligence. It just didn't smell right. So the only thing it could be was that you were going after my CEO appointment. So since I'm still within my rights to move a board meeting, I did. I was voted in today at noon. And tomorrow the board will ratify the sale of the factory. And now I'm firing your firm. And I'm firing you. Try the croissant, gentlemen. Marmalade's fantastic.
You know, it goes from 0 to 60
in the blink of an eye. Did you bring me down here to tell me I can drive this?
Better. For $250 million, you can own it.
McKernan Motors is for sale?
If we act fast.
I'll need to see the financials.
You put together a letter of intent, they'll get you the financials.
You know, their real asset is engine quality. I don't want to just buy the name.
Speak of the devil. Lawrence, I'd like you to meet the man responsible for every McKernan Motors engine ever built.
Wow, Dominic Barone. Very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. I'd like to show you something if you haven't been.
Absolutely.
So, how do we get an offer to the board before they vote to ratify the deal tomorrow?
You're gonna go through those bylaws and you're gonna figure something out.
I don't have to look through them and figure it out because I just did.
Well, what took you so long?
Trying to look like me?
Each of you have had 24 hours to review the documents in front of you. So at this time...
No, excuse me. What is he doing here?
I'm sorry, I'm going to take care of this.
No, I will. You gentlemen have no right to attend this meeting.
Actually, we do. The bylaws states that any original employee has the right to petition the board anytime they meet. Dominic Barone has assigned that right to me.
He was fired. He no longer has that right.
Per section 17-5.c, Dominic wasn't given 3 days' notice, so technically he wasn't fired.
Which is why I do have the right to urge the board to accept the offer for the purchase of McKernan Motors. Now, I can tell you that this offer will keep manufacturing here and save jobs while retaining the flagship engine that put this company on the map, but I don't have to because it happens to be for way more goddamn money than the one in front of you right now. Hey, Bob, how are you? It's funny how you held out on me on that proper notice exception.
I didn't hold out. I
I made that up on the spot.
Really? On the spot? Remember that getting it stuff?
I know, right? I'm getting it.
Well, I was gonna say that, but now you ruined it. That's one thing you definitely get. How to ruin it.
How to ruin it?
I heard that.
You want me to apologize on the air? Why don't I just drop my pants and paint clown on my ass?
Save that for sweeps.
I have a reputation, Mr. Specter, and by the way, I don't appreciate you bashing it in court.
Look, I went to court to win the case, not protect your reputation.
Yeah, well, turns out you didn't do either one.
Here's a suggestion. Next time, make sure you're actually off the air before shooting your mouth off.
I stand by what I said. Solis is doping. Roger Maris got an asterisk next to his name. This guy deserves an asterisk next to his name, and I want him out of the league.
You're not the commissioner of baseball.
Yeah, well, the commissioner could never get my ratings.
Okay, Mr. Zielinski,
See, finally, someone who treats me with respect.
we can't claim that you're just offering up opinions anymore. If you don't apologize, we have to show that you have a factual basis for accusing Solis of doping.
Of course I did.
Then give us your source.
What kind of career do you think I'd have if I give that up? I'll tell you what, non-existent.
Exactly like your source.
Harvey, please.
Okay, that's it. Instead of bugging me to give up my guy after I already told you no, why don't you do your damn job and win this case?
Well, looks like good cop, bad cop didn't work.
Actually, it did. On me.
What are you talking about?
If he's full of shit and has no source, he knows this eventually goes against him in court. I think Solis is doping.
Welcome to the party.
And Zielinski may have some integrity.
I thought you said he was a dick.
If he's actually protecting his source, he's a dick with a code.
His code is our problem. Can't find that source, we can't fix it.
Well, forget the source. We need to figure out how Solis passed those tests.
How are we supposed to do that?
Well, not us. You. I'm like Zielinski, you're like Solis.
An all-star.
A cheater.
Harvey, I think I found something.
And by something, I assume you mean how Solis was cheating?
Maybe, but I definitely figured out who Zielinski's source is.
Well, that counts as something.
They use a hot mic, I use a hot mic.
What are you talking about?
I found some footage from a segment that Zielinski taped at spring training. The crew is setting up. He's in the background having a very intense conversation with Ruben Hernandez.
Mediocre catcher. So, Zielinski's a sportscaster. Talking to athletes is what he does all day.
This conversation took place at Winter Park. Hernandez should have been practicing with his team and...
St. Pete. He never should have been there.
And then I remember the roster of every single team Solis ever played on.
They never played together.
Wrong. They did. 10 games 3 years ago. Hernandez's rookie year.
So we got Hernandez to take the test for him.
Police approached him because Zielinski's accusations began 1 week after that tape that I watched.
Enough time for Zielinski to look into whatever Hernandez told him.
And call him 6 times from a company-issued cell phone. Boom!
Look at you. Hot Mike. Using their tricks against them.
Yeah, it's what we do. No big deal.
Remind me to stop teaching you my tricks.
Well, you're gonna need one of your tricks because what good does Zielinski's source do us if he's not gonna let us go public?
Who says we have to go public? Here's what I need you to do.
Go. Mr. Solis, big fan. Can I get an autograph?
Sure, buddy.
You just sign it, Roberto Solis, steroid user.
What?
I represent Tony Zielinski.
Can't talk to me without my lawyer.
No, you're right. I can't. You go ahead and turn me in. When you do, I'll tell them all about Zielinski's source inside your clubhouse.
Bullshit. Baseball's a brotherhood. Nobody on my team will go public against me.
But Ruben Hernandez isn't on your team anymore.
Ruben tries ratting out a former teammate. No ball club in this league will forgive him.
He might not have a choice when we subpoena him.
No way. If Zielinski's given up Ruben, he'd have done it already.
You might not, but I will. You're in a rundown, Roberto. Drop the suit and announce your retirement from baseball.
You out of your mind?
You do it, Zielinski will never mention your name on air again. You don't? Hernandez outs you, and the whole world knows who you are.
I got good news. Solis has not only agreed to drop the suit, but to retire from the game as well.
Well, maybe you're not the asshole I thought you were.
I'm not done yet. In return, you're never going to talk about him again on the air.
So he walks away with his reputation intact?
That's the deal.
No. You know I'm right. And you want me to step off the gas right when I got him? Screw that.
You want to know how I know you're right? Mike?
I believe you know Ruben Hernandez?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone I was your source.
I didn't tell them. I didn't.
Hey, Mike, get him out of here.
I promise we'll fix this. Come on.
You son of a bitch, you're supposed to be on my side.
This is me being on your side. You make me win this in court, I'll have to do it by making Ruben testify. So the cost of ruining Solis's reputation will be that kid's career. And by the way, everyone will think the same as he does. You gave him up to save your own ass.
That's a lie.
Doesn't matter, they'll think it anyway. But hey, that's just one man's opinion. You want to protect your source? Take the deal.
You're gonna push a meeting with me.
Harvey, Logan Sanders is here to see you.
First of all, I don't appreciate you stomping into my office with an attitude.
Yeah, well, I don't appreciate being put off, especially when I know that you never pushed a meeting with my father.
Your father never went to Jessica to set a meeting with me.
Then I assume that next time I call you directly, you'll pick up the phone.
Logan, let me give you the ABCs of me. I don't take meetings, I set them. And my respect isn't demanded, it's earned.
That's only two things. What's C?
C is for people who show me they know A and B.
Well, since we're quoting Jerry Maguire, all I want is for you to show me the money.
You just took step number one towards earning my respect, and I dig that about you.
Great. Would it be too much trouble for me to discuss my business now?
Well, I was going to move on to Crimson Tide, but yeah, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Do you ever hear of a family called the Windwards?
No. Should I?
In 1950, they were worth the equivalent of $1 billion. By 1988, one of them owned a couple of dry cleaners. And it didn't happen because they squandered it. It happened because they stayed a dinosaur.
You don't want to become a dinosaur.
No. I like to think of myself as a shark. Keep moving forward or die.
You're talking hostile takeover.
You think I'd be here if I wasn't?
You just took step number two towards earning my respect. What's the company?
Gillis Industries, and I already own 4.9%.
Logan, we have to end this conversation right now.
What are you talking about? I thought I just earned your respect.
You did, but we have a conflict.
What do you mean you have a conflict?
I mean, we have a conflict.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to go and resolve it.
Well, you'd better do it fast, because I am in on this. And that means you're either with me or against me. That includes all $1 billion of my business.
You signed the waiver, didn't you?
You know I did. I'm gonna back down from Harvey.
And I suppose you got Gillis on board with your plan?
I wouldn't have needed to sign the waiver if I didn't. Hey, it's gonna be okay. This thing between me and Harvey, it doesn't have to affect us. We won't let it.
I didn't know that Logan Sanders took over his father's company until today.
And what does that have to do with anything?
He's Harvey's client.
Yeah, so?
Do you remember when I told you that I once had an affair with a married man? It was him.
Hey.
Hey. Are you cooking?
I make one thing, and I make it awesome.
Like every single guy thinks that his spaghetti sauce. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Not every single guy was raised by his grandmother. Now, you sit down, shut up, and tell me about your day.
What got you in such a good mood?
Oh, nothing. Just spent the afternoon figuring out what I'm going to do with my life.
Well, that sounds like quite the afternoon. What did you figure out?
Well, figured out I don't want to take the job with Forsman, and I don't want to be an investment banker.
So what do you want to be?
I don't know. I know I want to be with you.
What are you saying?
I want to start over.
I don't understand.
Rachel, when I met you, I had nothing in my life except what came from being a fraud. And now I have nothing in it except being with you, and I wouldn't go back even if I could, because I don't care what I do for a living. I mean, I'll figure it out, but as long as I have you, I have everything. Rachel. Well, I didn't mean to make you cry. I meant to make you feel better. Hey, everything's gonna be okay. Rachel, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, I just need a minute.
Rachel,
I just need a minute.
Hey, I'm right here. You can tell me what's going on.
I can't.
Rachel, stop. Yes, you can. Hey.
No, you don't. I don't deserve you.
What are you talking about, Rachel?
Logan and I kissed.
What?
We were just talking. And then
He what?
Mike, please. I'm so sorry. Mike, no, please. Please. It didn't mean anything.
This is how you handle losing?
I'm not here about Gillis Industries.
When are you gonna fight me?
You stay the hell away from Rachel.
Well, that's up to her. But if she does come back here, it won't be to tell me to stay away. I don't know what she told you. She let it go on a long time. And she didn't just like it, she loved it. Harvey, you wanted to see me?
Yes, I wanted you to take a look at a draft of the paperwork to wrap up your deal.
Why would you?
Because I wanted to let you know how things are going to be moving forward. You're going to sign these papers at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and at 8:01, you're gone.
Harvey?
Look, I don't give a shit how much business you give my firm. I never want to see you again.
You're really gonna drop me?
You're damn right I am. And if you go to Jessica to try to overrule me, the next time, it won't be Mike you get in a fight with. It'll be me.
You are the abstract art of pain and poem. When our propaganda makes everything clear. You are the thirsty throat.
What now? You want me to sign a piece of paper admitting that I was the man on the grassy knoll?
I meant what I said at the ceremony, Louis.
You mean the ceremony that you only had in order to trick me?
I had it because you demanded it. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Jeff Malone.
What about him?
You may be aware that he and I are...
50 Shades of Grey? I'm aware.
I'm gonna let that go. Because you may also not be aware that I had to lie to him.
He doesn't know about Mike, does he?
No. But he does know you committed a crime and that you resigned, and now your name is up on the wall.
What'd you tell him?
I told him you found out that I covered up Daniel Hardman's embezzlement and that you used it to strong-arm me.
And now you want me to protect another one of your secrets?
It's the same secret, Louis. And you have just as much invested in it as I do.
No, I don't, because I don't care if your relationship with Jeff survives or not.
What do you want, Louis?
I want something for continuing to cover your ass.
You got something. You got your name on the wall.
And now I want the respect that comes with it.
Meaning?
I want one of Harvey's clients.
Which one?
That's between me and Harvey.
And then I said, Helen, that's no Pomeranian, that's a Pomimo. You've been had.
Oh, that is hilarious. Really, dogs, they're so fascinating.
Do you have many dogs, Louis?
Hell no. Building regulations, it's a cluster. I've been fighting them for years.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes. As is What's going on with your stock?
Oh, Louis, we're having dinner. Put that away.
No, but I just thought you'd be interested to know that we could skyrocket the share price.
Right now, what I'm interested in is having another Manhattan and hearing what's on the dessert list.
Oh, you don't need a list. Get the creme brulee. Now, this stock issue, I have...
Fax the papers to my office, and I'll review them when I get home.
When you get home? What the hell did we come to dinner for, then?
For this.
What this?
This.
Okay. I don't know how Harvey handled these quarterly reviews,
Oh,
but
Harvey was magnificent. Truth be told, I was a little disappointed when I heard that you'd be handling this instead of him, but I haven't seen your cha-cha yet, so the jury's still out. That was a lawyer joke.
Yep, got it. Yep. Listen, Joan, I think you're gonna be really glad that it was me here tonight, because I already sent a letter to your board.
You did what?
I notified them of this. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Why the hell would you do something so patently stupid?
Stupid? Okay, I didn't become named partner being stupid.
Didn't you? 2 members of my board are about to reach their term limits. At least one is being circled by Glamour Cosmetics. You've just notified that person of a product that I've had in R&D for years. And now they can trade information for a seat on the board of my biggest competitor.
Joan, I didn't know.
Tell me, Mr. Litt, did you actually graduate from law school? Or did you just buy your way onto the letterhead?
Ms. Walsh.
You are not on my schedule today.
Ms. Walsh, please take a look at this.
What is it?
It's a chance to make things right.
You cannot call board members employees based on them having access to an expense account.
Not just an expense account. They have corporate cards and standing offices, which, as defined by Section 14.2 of the Internal Revenue Code, makes them employees.
Well, Mr. Litt, seems I won't be demanding a new point person after all.
I'm glad to hear that.
Are you?
Of course I am. You're my first client as named partner. You're very important to me.
Well, I suppose we'll find out the truth when someone else makes name partner.
What are you talking about?
I'm not an idiot. I know that no one in your firm wants to deal with me.
That's not true. In fact, I fought for you.
You may have thought you were fighting for me, but I know that Jessica dumped me on Harvey, and it seems that the second you made name partner, Harvey did the same thing to you. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Then maybe we were meant for each other, since we're both left out of the club.
Harvey Specter, as I live and breathe.
Good to see you, Nathan.
No, it's not. I was wondering how long it would take after your lawyers left before you came here, begging me to take you on.
Do I look like I'm begging?
To tell you the truth, I didn't expect you till next week. You know, desperation is a beautiful thing.
Okay, you got me. The question is, do you want to keep sticking it to me, or do you want to take my one-time only offer to become my #1 client?
Okay, Harvey, I'm done sticking it to you. But if you want my business, you'll have to earn it.
What do you think these front-row Knicks tickets are for?
Great. I'll give them to my stepson, because he's too stupid to know the Knicks suck.
What do you want, Nathan?
Lockwood Energy. They've been a pain in my ass for 10 years. Now they're trying to bring their business to my backyard.
You want me to block them?
I want you to shove so many restraining orders up their ass they can't even breathe. And I want it done by the time we sit down for appetizers tonight at Per Se.
Then the next time you see me, there'll be a speck in your rearview mirror. But Nathan, when I get there, you better have a scotch waiting for me.
You can order one for both of us when you call and make the reservations. 8 p.m. sharp. Oh, and Harvey, if you don't call yourself, I'll know.
You really are a dick, Nathan.
I am. But when I give my word, the world knows that it's rock solid. So, be there on time, get that shit done, or don't bother showing up at all. What are you doing here, Harvey?
You didn't give me a chance to show you all the motions I filed to keep that bastard out of your backyard.
Because I told you if you were late for dinner, you could go screw yourself.
No. You didn't give me a chance to show you because you're afraid of William Sutter, when the person you should be afraid of is me.
What the hell are you talking about?
You think I don't know he bought a piece of you in the middle of the night, and now he's pressuring the board to kick you out?
Okay, fine. He did. But I am a whale and he is a shark, and I have no other choice.
I got a little news for you, Nathan. I got a piece of your company, too. Which means you either hire me, and we fight that bastard together, or you go with him and you take me on. Either way, you're not walking out of this thing without a war.
All I ever wanted was to work together. But I do not like being bullied.
No, you like to bully, which is exactly why I never wanted to represent you in the first place.
You only came to me because you needed me. You didn't care.
You're right, Nathan, I didn't. But like you said, your word is your bond. This is a chance for you to keep it, and maybe now we can actually start off on the right foot.
Okay, Harvey. I'm in.
William, we need to talk.
I'm here just like you asked.
They indicted your daughter.
I know. She told me.
And I told you you were playing a dangerous game using her to shield you.
Jill's a big girl. She can take care of herself.
Take care of herself or take care of you?
Are you accusing me of something?
I'm not accusing you. I'm telling you. You need to wake the hell up.
What did you just say to me?
Do you know what Cahill's gonna do once Jill's arraigned? He's gonna sit her down for as long as it takes until she cuts a deal to give you up.
She would never do that.
You have no idea what she'll do when they get her into that room.
And I'm telling you, if my loser, his son-in-law, didn't cave, then Jill sure as hell won't.
Listen to me, goddammit. This isn't gonna be what it was like with Kevin.
What do you want from me, Harvey?
I want you to give me authorization to cut you both a deal. You turn yourself in, you get maybe 3 years, and you keep her out.
Why the hell would I do that?
Because if she turns on you, you're gonna be getting a hell of a lot more.
I'm not cutting a deal.
And you think if you're willing to do this to your own daughter, she won't be willing to do it to you?
Jill's a young woman. I'm an old man. She does a few years and it hardly makes a dent. When she gets out, she can still play tennis and go to Pilates and do all the things I always gave her the money to do.
You knew it might come to this, didn't you?
I love my daughter, Harvey, but she'd be nothing without me. And she knows if she does this for me, she'll be taken care of for the rest of her life.
So that's it. No deal.
No deal.
I'm sorry, Jill.
I want to cut a deal.
Are you sure?
Yes. Can you do that for me?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Because he represents your father. But I don't. So I can't.
What the hell did you do?
Nice to see you, William. Can I get you a drink?
Do you think I wouldn't find out that you recorded me and played it for my daughter?
I didn't play it for her. I played it for my other client, Kevin Miller. Jill just happened to be there when I did.
And now she's turning on me.
Then I guess it turns out she didn't want to wait 5 years to play more tennis like you thought.
God damn it. You broke attorney-client privilege.
I didn't break anything, William, because like I just told you, Kevin's my client too, and I had an obligation to share the facts with him. So instead of attacking me, you should be thanking me, because I went to Cahill and cut you the best deal you're ever gonna get.
Why would you do this to me?
You did this to yourself, William. You had me represent both you and Kevin, which means I had to choose between 2 clients. And you said it yourself. You're an old man, and they're a young couple, and I chose them over you.
I didn't have you represent us both. It was your idea.
I guess it was, wasn't it?
Son of a bitch. You set me up. I'm gonna make sure the world knows it.
You can tell the world anything you want, William, but you got no proof, and you'd be telling it from behind bars. Either way, I suggest you sign this deal, because it's the best you're ever gonna get.